Every fall, redfish move in from the passes and congregate around the mangrove cuts, gearing up for winter. During this time, they will form schools 5, 10, and hundreds of fish. Major schools will look something like this and this. All right, guys, we're gonna start smarting off with the topwater. I haven't fished one in a long time. And when I say long, I mean, I don't think I fished one even last summer. So it might have been like a year. Oh, there's a trout. We're gonna do this quick. All right, cool. Get a little action going. I would not be opposed to an inshore slam today. And that could be picking up a trout pretty quick. Let's start off with a trout while we're drifting our way into the mangroves for snook and redfish. And early hope, but the trout didn't play today. All right, this is another Z-Man bait. This is a cross between a fluke and a worm. It's kind of skinny, has a lot of movement. I got this on the 1/10 ounce Ned Rig jig head, and I'm gonna kind of bounce this around the bottom, just like a fluke, but it's gonna be a little bit skinnier, a little bit more subtle. Might have a little bit more action, but it's gonna be a little bit smaller of a bait to see if these fish like it. All right, so this point up here has current coming this way, wind coming this way. That should be a good jumble right out in front of it. Stuff can hang out, get messed up. I almost want to pull the top water back out and throw it across it, but I probably won't. Bunch of bait being disturbed up in this corner up here. Let's see if we can get a bait into there and find something worthwhile. Oh yeah, there's schools of reds right up in that. I can see them. I can see them. I can see them. This is going to be great right now. Watch this. If we don't get hooked up, it's like a school of like 300 reds. Let's get away from them real quick. Push up to this mangrove bank. Loads and loads of reds right here. Coming up. It's redfish or tarpon. I don't know which one, but I'm guessing redfish. There we go. Like I said, we were in that school. Big school, good fish. Big school, good fish. Big school, good fish. Tons of them, tons of them. We're gonna push him away from this school a bit. And we're gonna go chase them down. Anchor down. Rod all the way up. Up. Coming over other rods here. Oh yeah. This is a nice freaking red, slot red on the micro baits. 25-inch redfish right there. Micro bait in the mouth. There you are. Got a visual on some. There we go. That's it. Microbait doing work, guys. Microbait is doing work. Come on, come here, fish. Alright. Oh, this guy is burning me right now. We're gonna get out here just a little bit and then I'll anchor down and try to stop him a bit. Alright. Ooh, strong young boy. Come on. Make sure that anchor's staying down deep. Beauty. All right, check it out. There's that little micro bait up in the mouth again. That's probably a good 20-inch fish. Comes right in at 21 inches. Let's get this guy unhooked. It was in a school. Let's see if I can do this real quick while talking to you guys. But this fish, I saw, or I could kind of see it, and it had 2 or 3 others with it. So hopefully those guys are still around, and we can get them to bite. There's that guy again. Beauty. All right, I really hope some of you that are watching are just starting off fishing. Do not be like those people. When somebody's fishing the mangroves, don't paddle between them and the mangroves. Simple as that. Just go out around them. So there was a whole school of redfish right there. Probably have to wait about 10-15 minutes for that school to come back and not be freaked out. So I just anchored down and we're gonna sit and wait. That should put me into the mullet school and right in the middle of the needlefish. And I don't know what I'm on. If it's a red or something weird. That's a red. That's a red. Right in the middle of the needle or the mullet school. Make sure this is still holding me down. Super light bite. Not sure he even knows he's hooked yet. Well, he knows now, that's for sure. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know I was hooked up. It was like the lightest pressure, almost like I was stuck in the grass, right when I threw into that mullet school. But we will take that burner. Woo! It's me number 3. All right. Hook at the little bait, guys. It's micro bait season. I'm telling you, they want the small bait. 26 to 27 inch redfish right there. What a stud. Alright guys, decided it's lunchtime. Get my PB&J, freaking love them. I know, I'm a child. We're gonna sit down, have some lunch, wait for the tide to change, and then we're gonna see if we can find some more redfish. As odd as it might be, when I'm fishing solo, I regularly take an afternoon siesta to recharge and keep fishing after. Alright guys, just had my peanut butter and jelly, had my nap, and we're gonna show you the two setups that we're using right now to catch these fish. So this is the one that I started with in the morning. This is the Phoenix RTS, stands for Red Trout Snook. 7'1", medium heavy power. Got it paired with a 3,000 size Dival Fuego, 15-pound braid, 20-pound fluorocarbon leader. And this is that Zman, I don't know what it's called, Flukes Z or something. And it's got the Zman Nedlock head. This is what I sight casted those redfish out of the schools this morning with. I got 2 on it. The pearl color, I really like it for when it's overcast and stuff, but I think once the sun comes out, it just gets it's too aggressive, it's too bright. It's not natural enough. So as soon as the sun came out, I brought out the Nomad Inshore Seacore rod. I showed you guys this in my last video, this setup. But again, real quick, it's the medium light action rod, 20-pound fluorocarbon, 10-pound braid, 2,500 reel. And that is that little Zman Slim Swims on the 1/15 ounce head. And that's what I'm casting when it sun's up. So it still looks white, but it's that slam shady color. It's a little bit see-through, a little bit silver. And yeah, tides are gonna switch here in a second. So we're just waiting it out for 5 or 10 minutes. We'll be back on the fish. All right, we're back. And there's a ginormous mullet school right out in front of me that's swimming straight towards me, and that is guaranteed going to have at least one stinking redfish in it. So. That's fish on. Oh, no. Fudge! That was a nice red. It got spooked when it thumped me. I can see them cruising up here. There we go. Yes! Sight fishing reds in dirty water with micro baits. You can't beat it. I've been able to see 3 of the 4 reds so far that I've hooked. Now it's schools, it's not single fish, but still I can see the schools, I'm getting the bait in there, and I'm getting bit. Dude, he just plowed into my... That fish just plowed into my anchor. And he's wrapped on my prop. Shit. Let's see if we can get this thing off.
Oi, oi, oi. Okay, there we go. Smart little bugger. All right, if you couldn't see that, he plowed straight into my shallow water anchor and then wrapped up on my prop. I can see the line is up inside his gill plate. There we go, get that out. There you go. Proof is in the pudding. Everybody else on this flat has left, except me, and I'm catching fish on the microbait.
It was time to head back to the dock, but first I stopped at a few windblown protected points on my way in.
There's just like a metric ton of bait out in front of me. Mullet, rain bait. I saw one big snook when I pulled up. Just see if there's anything around it. We are slowly making our way back to the ramp. Checking out spots as I go. See what looks good, see what doesn't. That's a fish right there, I don't know what. Is that a red? I think it is a red. Ooh, ooh, hey bud, hey bud. What are you doing? What you doing there? Huh? I mean, I was expecting you, but not. You know? Man, you're a feisty little guy. Look at this little baby. I mean, you're like a 12-inch, oops. Sitting there talking. Use my hands. I bet you he's 15, 16. Pinch the tail down to 0. That's 16. He's 18 inches. Just a little perfect little red. Look at that little perfect photo. Check this out. One spot, 2 on that side. Beautiful red. There we go. I don't know what this is. Doesn't feel like a redfish at all. Little tiny flounder. I've never caught a flounder in Florida before, but look at that little guy. Look at that.